Good morning, Zio here, and it is Sunday, which is the Sunday Gaming Roundup, which I didn't do last week. Started the week before, because I am that consistent on these things. But anyway, this is where we go back through the week, take a look at some of the stuff we talked about, briefly go over it. Of course, if you want to see more on it, you can go and find the videos from earlier this week. They're on the channel. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe. Also, we may talk about something else that popped up that, honestly, I can't make a full video on or talk about at length, maybe more than a minute or two. So any of that stuff, of course, is in here at the end as well. And, yeah, so let's just get into it, shall we? First things first, this week we talked about SimCity mods? No, we didn't. Oh, whoops. That is not what we talked about, but if you want SimCity 5 mods, because for some odd reason you are playing SimCity, Simtropolis is a great location to go ahead and get several things to mod your game with. Breathes some more life into the game. The game that, you know, a certain company kind of ruined. Anyway, but no, in reality, what we did, first thing this week, Monday morning, we did talk about Darksiders costing extra on the Google Stadia. The reasoning and the excuse for doing so is asinine at best, because apparently Stadia is delivering you the best of the best of the best resolutions and such, and the best way to play the game, and it can't even handle 4K 60, let alone 1080 60 sometimes. So, yeah, you get to be charged extra for a game that is also, by the way, available elsewhere, because they think they're better than everybody else. Still do. They still can't get it. Anyway, Stadia for you. Beyond that, the Legend of Nothing, apparently. Elder Scrolls Legends, on the other hand, is officially dead. It's pretty much going into permanent maintenance mode, regardless of whatever it is that they're trying to twist it into at this point in time. It is in permanent maintenance mode, meaning it is pretty much the living dead at this point, unless something major happens and they decide they want to revitalize that game. It is still available, of course, and they're giving away some free stuff as well. They're still going to be doing some other things where, you know, it somewhat looks like somebody's still at the helm, but in reality, nobody's home. The hamster's dead, but the lights are on. And then, of course, we have the... Wait, what was this? I don't remember. Oh yeah, it was PlayStation no longer interested in making handheld consoles, which just saddens me. I mean, obviously PlayStation hasn't done much when it comes to the handheld market in years. They had a great thing, in my opinion. Of course, I've been told that I am wrong, which is totally fine. Everybody can have their own love, you know, when it comes to gaming consoles and things. I'm not some giant Sony fanboy or anything like that, but, you know, I wish Sony would have went somewhere with their Vita. There's just a few things they should have tweaked, a few things they should have done. It could have been a great system. It probably could have, you know, done really well in the more mature market, other than, you know, if you're trying to dethrone Nintendo, which is your family-friendly, every kid's got one, it's not going to happen. Sorry. But their excuse for why they're no longer interested in, of course, like everything else in the world, is just asinine at best, because obviously they have no idea what they're talking about. Considering, yeah, Angry Birds is not the thing that would kill off something like handheld gaming. But anyway, beyond that, we had the Gaming Awards. We went through that, went ahead and hit Game of the Year and all that. Just sort of went through that earlier this week. If you want to check out the list of all the games that won what, there's a video on it, of course. Some of the things I was okay with. Some of the other things I was like, how in the world did that even win? I don't even know what some of the things are, because they flew over my radar somewhere, or under my radar, or whatever it was. I don't know. They were not anything that I noticed. So, you know, it happens. I can't sit there and find every game out there, of course, but, you know, I can sure try. Yesterday, of course, Fallout 76 has massive bugs, breaking armor, breaking legendary effects, making everything brittle, making things break a lot easier, just a whole mess of game-breaking bugs, as well as some other things like, what was it? What was the good things they did again? I don't remember. Do they do good things? Of course they did. They did do a few new things. They gave private servers that are actually private, choosing the battleground type things, you know, the PvP stuff, winter event coming up, and a few other fixes here and there. However, they did completely break the game in the process because it's Bethesda, and that's apparently what Bethesda is known for nowadays. How did we get here? Bethesda. Why? Anyway, of course, bonus thing today, EA removes Soccer Legend from FIFA 20 after Nazi incident. So apparently what has happened is player makes a joke to somebody else at somebody else's expense. It's somewhat World War II related because, you know, the countries have issues sometimes. Anyway, and as a result, well, yeah, EA decided to go on their thing and go, we're gonna ban Marco van Basten, or whatever his name is. I don't know. I just happened to read the name right here. We are aware of recent comments made by Marco van Basten. We have that our community to equality and diversity is upheld across our game. As such, we will suspend Marco van Basten icon items from being available in packs, SBCs, FUT draft until further notice. Stay tuned for further updates. The FIFA team. Hey, guess what? You're not in for diversity. Just saying. Let's see. What is it? We have an expectation that our community to equality and diversity is upheld. Okay, that's cool, because this is a diverse individual here who made a joke about a particular World War II incident, and you banned him. Sorry, FIFA. No. You can't sit there and preach diversity and equality while kicking somebody out the door because you don't like the funny joke that they said because it's not funny to you. Just because it wasn't funny to you doesn't mean it wasn't funny to other people. You guys can go and... Anyway, before I go on a rant, because that's exactly what I'm going to go into with FIFA 2020 and EA, because EA sucks. Anyway, but yeah, EA, of course, is, as they said, committed to equality and diversity. However, if that diversity happens to be diverse from whatever it is that they feel should be diverse, I guess, their same mindset, they will ban you. They will kick you to the curb. You are not worthy to be in their game, and I think that is just a crying shame. EA, you had no business being in that. This happened during an interview at something else that was totally not even had anything to do with FIFA 2020, had nothing to do with EA, but EA decided that they were going to stick their foot up in there because, that's what EA does, and they need to virtue signal to people, because I'm sure there was 2 people on Twitter who went, EA, oh my gosh, I can't believe Marco van Basten is in your game. Did you see this thing that he said in an interview? Oh my gosh. Because those 2 people, I'm sure, went out on a further and did all that stuff. EA was like, oh yeah, we're committed to diversity and equality, and so we have to kick this guy. Really, EA? Seriously? Anyway, yeah, so that happened. FIFA loot boxes aren't gambling, according to the UK Commission. More at 12. Anyway, apparently that's a related thing. Yeah. regardless of how you feel on that, let me know down in the comments below. Do you think that EA did the right move to remove this player, this soccer legend, because he made a joke that they didn't find funny? Let me know down in the comments below. I will talk to you later. See ya.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, smash that like button, and always subscribe for more. And of course, there are other videos floating around somewhere on the screen, so click one of those and see if you can find something that suits your fancy. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.